Good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Praise Him, praise Him, praise Him. Good evening. Welcome. Thank you for coming on for a couple of minutes. Thank you, everybody, for taking time out of your evening. Hi again. Hey again. Good evening. Praise Him. Gina, good evening to you. Good evening, everybody. Praise Him, praise Him, praise Him. I hope you're well. I hope you're well. I don't mean to disturb you, your evening, your day of rest on your Sabbath. Good evening, Darshell, Gina, Barbara, everybody, Sharon, Mr. Darling, everybody. Good evening to you. God bless you. We won't be long. I promise you, it won't be long. We won't be long at all. Just give me a couple of minutes and I'll be out your way. I'll be out your way. I hope you all are well. I hope you all are enjoying your evening and the like. Getting ready for this last week of the year. Good evening, Tamika Wiggins Reese. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, everyone. Everybody. I think I am. I'm enjoying my day, my weekend. I am. Okay. All right. I wanted to bring you all on for just a couple of minutes to share with you something and to communicate with you some things that are going on in this exciting, unprecedented times we live in. These times that try men's souls. Okay, I'm not going to belabor the hour. I'm going to wait around. I wait around people start church on time. So many of you all know. Here it is. Many of you all know that I had went back to finish my academic journey, and when I had finished the AA, I had went to a local public research university, which was a very good university. What I found there, number one, was it was a very different environment, which as well it should be. Number two is they struggled to find the funding for me to finish school, and so I began to become very disenchanted and started looking at what other options I had and what was out there, what funding was out there. And so I did, and I found a program that kind of aligned with what I wanted to do now, because I think I know I have evolved from where I first started and what I wanted to do, and evolved into something differently than what I want to do now, what I feel called to do, right? And so I applied for one school, and it was 50-50 chance, but I wanted to apply to it, and I wanted to do this program there because they had the funding for me to finish. And so I did apply, and I got accepted to the program. And so I am going to transfer to Howard University. Go Bisons. And with that being said, I need to be in Washington, D.C. in about 2 weeks or so. And it's a lot, and it's a lot of moving pieces, but um, we're gonna make it work some kind of way. And so I wanted to let you all know that for at least a moment, and I have 3 semesters and some change, a little less than 3 semesters, and how I'm going to work this math. That technically I should be finished this time next year. What I decided to do was that I wanted to go to law school, um, because I've come to the realization that protesting is not enough when it comes to justice work. That um, I want to go to law school not to practice law, but I want to go to law school to be a legal scholar, to teach young Black and brown students that protesting is not enough and you must understand this system. When Dr. King finished marching, he had to sit down at a table with legislators and come up with the Voting Rights Act. And the way to move towards equity is not to scream at the darkness, but you gotta, like they say, light a candle and sit at a table and understand where wealth is in America, where protections are in America, where who the laws are made for. And at that point, we're able to kind of move the needle. And so I want to teach young and Black people and kind of spark their interest in the legal system and to get into politics, so that the generation coming behind them has a little more equity. And so that's kind of my overall vision, is what I want to do over the next 2 or 3 years. But in the immediacy, Howard University is where I'll be studying, going away to study. I wanted to talk to you all because the question is, well, what does this mean for the church? Well, nothing and something, right? The nothing is I will be right here on this stream from Wednesday to Sunday. We were going to be virtual anyway for the winter. And so that gives me the kind of flexibility to be anywhere and be with the City of Faith. And so I'll be here Wednesday and Sunday. We're going to incorporate more usefulness of Zoom and other utilities, because I want to fellowship more. I want to do some more things. And so we'll be adding to what we've been doing. I'll be coming back. I think I'm scheduled to come back once I'm there about 3 weeks later to do Streaming Faith, and we'll be pulling all those pieces together to kind of keep our rhythm of what we're going to do. So on that end, it doesn't mean anything. No changes is what I'm saying. I've talked to our leaders and I was very, clear about, I need us to become community. I need I've never ascribed to this idea that everything was about me, that together we create a community. And so to that end, I need you all, the leaders and members of the church, to become more tight-knit, to check in on one another, to be more pastoral in your care, about reaching out to one another and caring for one another. And I know that we can do that. If we've gone through, this is a good thing. So if we've gone through hopefully the worst of something that was very traumatic for everybody, we can do this for the next year. And so between me being here, our leaders, me being on the stream, our leaders being here in Chicago, and as a community, touching bases with one another and sharing each other's burdens, that's one aspect of it. We have our leaders, we have Deacon Marshall, and what I've asked Pastor Tyler to kind of be my pastor on the ground, that if you all have an emergency and you all need some pastoral presence and some wisdom, Pastor Tyler has agreed to be that for us. And I so cherish that. And I so am thankful for his friendship and what he means to our community and how he's always supported us. And so I asked and he said that he would support us in this way. And so we have that. And so the only thing that will shift, and if I need to be back in Chicago, I'm only an hour and 15 minutes away. Like it's not hard for me to get back. I live here, so I can I can always come back. And so I need you all to be what you've always been, the church that shares, cares, and gives with one another. And I need you to be that for one another while I kind of finish this journey to which I'm excited about and have a little angst about. I have not been away from you all in this way before. And so I am managing myself and all the like, so I can go there and get this done, right? And finish this leg of the journey, and then see how the world opens up. This is a good thing because when I appreciate myself, then it makes me a better pastor for you all. And so I ask you for your support to ride with me through this real quick. We're gonna get this done, and yeah, it's gonna be good. And so pray for me, and keep us all in prayer. I'm gonna ask that you do me a favor. Check on my mother. She may not it may annoy her or whatever. I don't care. If you all could do me a favor and just check in on her and make sure she's okay and all like that, that would really, really help me out. I wanted to see you all before I left. But this Omarion is not going to let it be so. Perhaps we could do a Zoom before I leave, so I can see faces and say hello and all the like. There's a million little different pieces that I need to pull together real quick. And so that's it. So I appreciate you. I love you all. I wanted to let you know what was happening with me and where I am. And with that being said, and I'm going to let you go. With that being said, they could close down our campus and I would be studying remotely. And so after all that being said, I could at this point still be here in Chicago doing classes online. So it's a fluid situation. Right now, what I know is that they've told me they have no plans on shutting down the campus. And so I'll be in DC at the last minute dealing with Black folk. All that could change and I'll be right here. And so whether I'm here, whether I'm in DC, I've transferred to Howard University. I've accepted my admissions there. Go Bison. And yeah, that's it. I wanted to let you all know. And reach out to me, on your own if you need to talk. You want to know more about it or whatever. I want to at least talk to everybody before I leave. And if it ends up, if I talk to everybody before I leave and I end up staying because I have to stay here, anyway, that's fine. I'm fine either way. The Zeta tree, a picture of the yard on the yard. Yes, Kelly, I'll grab that for you. So that's it. I'm gonna let you go. That's it. I just kind of wanted to, where life was for me, and that we will work it out together, like we always have. So, all right. I love you all. Let's be prayerful for one another. I will see you back on this stream Friday, 6 p.m. All right. Love you all. God bless.